when you think of Hot Wheels racing. Normally, speed and agility and even close head-to-head battles are the first things that come to mind, and not so much endurance. But in this tournament, endurance will be the key word. Hey everybody, I'm Brendan, and even at that, I am excited to welcome back the Street Beasts to this tournament. As you can see, they're going to show up here as the first team to be competing, and yes, I am not mistaken in saying this. I see a duck and roll in that group of Street Beasts. NASCAR being the other side of the coin in today's matchup. Impala and the Praying Menace, I will say a fun name there, Praying Menace, will kick us off. And endurance is the word of the day. How will that manifest in today's track, in today's racing, in today's matchups, and in the coming videos? That we'll see unfold as we roll out today. As you can see, we got a bunch of long straights here, followed by very tight hairpins. I am definitely worried about the duck and roll in those tight hairpins because they are just narrow and sharp. And we'll get NASCAR, the Impala, out there for the first win. You'll see times as benchmark there, 22.38. Look at that, coming down here, Impala. And keep an eye on that number because that will give you an idea of how fast cars are moving compared to each other over the course of these videos. NASCAR in a turtle shell. And on to race 2 here. And now we can get a sense of some of the speeds. 22.38. Keep that number in mind, like I said. Benchmark time first race out there seemed pretty good, but how can we know pretty good until we see more races unfold? NASCAR looking good there down to 43. Bright blue and orange car taking those hairpins nice and tight. And honestly, well, it's not really like you can do it any other way anyway. Those are really, really rough hairpins. Surprised to see them so tight on a course that has so much emphasis on speed and endurance. But that's the way it goes. 21.15, and our benchmark has been lowered. Now, I want to point out something here. It is clear that the straights are long. It is clear that the turns are tight. Charger and duck and roll will get going here. Excited to see how this quacker does. But what may not be so clear, but is very present in this particular race, is the lateral motion that these cars go through over the course of this race. You see that first straight goes outside, now the second straight a little bit further out, now the third straight even further out, and then they start to come back in. Now a lot of that lateral motion is, the fourth straight even goes out more, and it's this fifth straight where things start to close back in. Street Beasts might get their first win here. Duck and roll rolling up and good and fast, narrowing inside down the straight, and there's no contest. Definitely slower than the previous NASCAR, but still 22 point, I believe 1 or 2.7 there. Let's see, 2.7. That's not a terrible time. But all that lateral motion kind of Charger and steer clear. We'll get going. Well, kind of comes back inside in that fifth straight. We go out, out, out on those hairpins, and then there's a lot of shift back in. Now that does have an effect. If you didn't have the lateral motion and it was just straight down in that fifth straight, you'd be talking about a different set of skills. So agility is a part of this course today. The steer clear is coming out fast, and the Street Beasts are trying to look to maybe put a second win up there on the board. And look at the speed down the straight. Ford just got faster as it went on and closes inside here. And we'll get another win. Street Beast 22.09. At 21.15, there's a number to look out for. That's fast. Endurance is key. Steer clear does it very well, just pacing himself and getting faster and faster over the course of this track. And can't do much better than that. Impala and the Tex Rex Royer. What? I don't know how to tongue twist through that one. Tex Rex Royer? Tex? No, what am I talking? T-Rex? T-Rex Royer? Someone in the comments. I don't know. Someone in the comments give me like a official English pronunciation guide on that one. No matter, NASCAR coming out a lot faster. Number 4, bright white car with some nice shiny decals down the side, wiggling a little bit into that 4th straight as he comes fast down towards the final hairpin. Cuts back inside here as the hairpin goes. Oh, slow into the lateral motion, but still has a lot of room to work with, and he's going to cross with a 21.55, very fast time. In the Tex-Mex Rex Royer. Yeah, that's my final answer on that. Not going to advance anyway. Let's keep it rolling. Monte Carlo in the perfect speed. I'm going to assume that's the way fans of the perfect speed would want that pronounced in regards to the feline theme. Anyway, the perfect speed might be in my mouth more than you think. Starting off good and staying fast, looking for a win. Here comes NASCAR, though. That turn was tough on the perfect speed. And it's only by a few lengths. This one's going to be a close one here. Down the hill into the 4th straight, looking fast for the perfect speed. And, man, I can't keep saying that. But I'm trying. Perfect speed. Slow into... I can't. I'm going nuts. All right, 21.61. That's not bad. The perfect speed is moving on. Oh, God. That's going to drive me nuts in later races. Circle Tracker and the Arachnarod. Whew, looks like Lightning McQueen out there, number 75. Arachnarod, NASCAR 75. At least in the colors. Yeah, a little bit on the top there, maybe too dark. But either way, Arachnarod coming out fast. Up by a few lengths. Endurance is hard. Endurance is one of the most difficult things in racing, because endurance, basically, if you want to throw a definition at the wall here to cover endurance in the context of Hot Wheels racing, it's speed with consistency over a long period of time. That's 21.8. It's not bad. A lot of times in the 21s, nothing below 21.8. But and we see speed a lot with racers, NASCAR and the Velocity. We see consistency a lot with racers, but adding that over time, that large amount of time where that speed and consistency is maintained, now that's where it's difficult. Because even on short courses, cars can manage to be consistent. Cars can manage fast speeds and just put it all out there in a sprint and do it over and over again in a consistent manner. But it's those long races where you really have to pace yourself and know when to speed up, know when to slow down, know when to conserve energy, know when to move inside, know when to be agile, know when to just slow down and give some time to build back up energy. There's a 22.49 Velociracer. And know all those things and execute while the pressure of another racer right behind you, or beside you in this case, is still there. 5 Street Beasts to 3 NASCARs. And we go to the second round. Velociracer and the Impala. It's just a matter of time before that perfect vehicle comes back. Here we go, Velociracer, Impala out of the gate, nice and fast, up by a length. Here we go, blue, darker blue on the vehicle body, stands out against that red of the Velociracer, who, again, I don't know how aerodynamic that giant tail is in the sense, but it's just the hairpins that are tough on the Velociracer. He's down a bunch of lengths now, and you saw how slow he was through that hairpin right there. How does it look for this hairpin? Ooh, slow again, and it's still the Impala coming out fast. Here we go to that final hairpin, and the Impala just goes right through. Swings right through like it's nothing, like it's butter, and he comes down, crosses the line, 21.97. Not the best time we've seen today, but good enough to advance. And honestly, anything under 22 as of this point, steer clear in the 43 Richard Petty, anything under 22 is admirable. We haven't seen any other teams yet, so we don't know what kind of times they're going to put up, but at least based on the information we have, we're looking for that under 22. Now, the Richard Petty coming out really fast, and we saw this car in the first, I believe this car picked up a 21.15 in his first race, if I remember correctly, and he's coming out fast this time. You can just see the speed. It becomes a blur on the screen. Here we go to the final hairpin that leaves outside. The next one comes back inside here, and then the track starts to laterally move again. Wiggles back inside, still out by a lot, slows down for a second. Can he beat his time? He can! 20.92. Wonderful. 20.92. Under 21 time. And the Richard Petty's going to be, Carlo, look out for the perfect speed in the Impala. Let's see if the perfect speed is going to race another day here. Right now behind by a length. Here comes the Impala out by a length. Beautiful white vehicle, and the decal choice was excellent on this car. And definitely would like to see either of these cars in the next round, but the perfect speed down by a few lengths. Here we go. For that final outward hairpin, and the perfect speeds continues to lose ground. How will the inside wiggles look here as we round that final hairpin? Here comes the Impala. Ooh, inside he goes. Perfect speed has a lot of ground to catch up, and he will not purr another day. 20.97. What a good finish. And enough purring. Duck and roll in the arachnarod, because I am tired of purring. But, well, enjoy it while it lasted, because there's one more time for you. There will be no perfect speed in the finals today. Duck and roll in the arachnarod. Duck and roll coming out on the near side, down by a length. Beautiful vehicle, arachnarod, lesser known on the Street Beast gang. Everyone rooting for that duck and roll, and he starts to build a comeback here down the hill. Now within a few lengths, now within one. And it's close, coming down to the final straight. Here we go, they both wiggle inside. Duck and roll takes the lead in the fifth straight and has it to the finish. 21-25. And that's a good time. Believe it or not, the duck and roll putting up quite a good time here. Street Beast won NASCAR 3 as we head to the semifinal. And he's going to be card to really watch. Duck and roll in the Impala. Impala last time put up a sub-21 time against the, one more time, perfect speed. But I don't know how many times more that would be said, but probably more than you're expecting, and more than I'm really expecting, to be honest. But the duck and roll coming out a little bit faster. Impala, maybe a little slow out of the gate. With such a good time in the previous race, not sure how he's struggling so much even against the duck and roll. So we come around that final hairpin, and we have one more to the inside. They're about even. Here comes the duck and roll. Really burning rubber up here. He might have a new best time personally, and maybe a new best time overall. Coming to the gate, and he crosses with a 20.98. And that's the third best time of the day. 20.98, and the duck and roll could even beat the Richard Petty here in the finals, which, again, I am making an assumption here by far, but based on the speed we saw today from the Richard Petty, it's hard to imagine this car not being in the finals. Here going up against the Impala, dark blue, good racer, but the Richard Petty has just been dominant today by not just even a little bit, a long shot, so keep an eye out. Here you go, Richard Petty, again, coming out really fast against his own teammate. You might even say his speed is perfect. I'm sorry. Okay, here comes the Richard Petty. Slow down. He comes to the inside. He might not have a new best time here. Oh my God, 20.73. Oh. Duck and roll's gonna struggle. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna just say it. I love the duck and roll. I do. 43 Richard Petty in the duck and roll. But the duck and roll will struggle. By the way, shout out to the Races and Fun new graphics theme that we have here for this race. It continues to get better and better every week. Please drop a sub on the channel if you have not already and you're enjoying the content. We love the support. Leave a comment. We love to hear what you think about the races. And this is going to be one for the ages. We have a duck and roll out there, and we have, well, one of the fastest cars that I've seen in a long time here in an endurance-based race. Here comes the duck and roll around that far hairpin. Ooh, he's behind by a lot. The Richard Petty, he continues to top his time race after race after race, and he might do so again. Oh my, dare I even say what I'm seeing right now? What is that number? 20.2. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. If you're not sitting at home broiling with excitement, I don't even know if that's the right word, then I don't even know how could you not be, is what I'm trying to say. That, what, 20.2? He might go sub 20. Duck and roll. Trying to stay fast in this one. He's still in it. He's only a few lengths behind. Here around the hairpins. Needs to look faster on the hairpins. That's where the struggle's been for the duck and roll. The hairpins. And the Richard Petty just has no issue. It's butter. It's butter for him. He comes to the final hairpin, out by a long shot. Duck and roll gave it his best effort, but there's only one vehicle who's fast enough to put this away. 20.38. No cars could do even close to better. And that's going to put away this one. Valiant effort from the duck and roll. I think a second place is going to be a proud finish for this particular street beast. And advancing to the finals, which will be, well, later on, is the 43 Richard Petty. What a racer. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Races and Fun.